Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Boy Gob bonus. Tom is not with me this time because he had no interest in even discussing the movie I'm going to talk about. And this is the new Hunger Games film. This is a prequel movie called Hunger Games: A Ballad of Songs and Snakes. A ballad of songs kind sounds kind of redundant, but that's what they called it. It's based on the Suzanne Collins books, and I've seen all the Hunger Games movies. I read the first book. Uh, Book's okay. The movies they're okay, but it's a young, uh, what is it? A young reader book, young adult book. I don't know, but it's geared towards teens, and so are the movies. So you can see why Tom really has no interest in it. While they've got a good story, even though it's about killing folks and everything, they're not really violent or any of that. But anyway, I was invited to this again by the Texas horror cult. This, you can say it's not a horror movie, but technically, I would think that any dystopian movie is a horror movie because, this is some bad stuff that could actually happen or couldn't. I don't know, dividing the nation, making people resent each other, class systems. There's no way that could happen, right? Uh, so yeah, so I get to this thing, and again, you've got like, okay, this group's that's here, you're in the red section or whatever. They give you a little bracelet. They announce, hey, nobody record. We got security here, making sure that nobody's recording. And the thing starts. There's like a countdown, and theater it's packed out, man. And these are all people that are hungry to watch another Hunger Games movie. But instead of showing the movie, it takes us to the red carpet event that's going on, I'm guessing in Hollywood or whatever. And there's this I don't know, some Hispanic lady. Her name is Nas. We just covered did a review of the movie Belly featuring Naz, but this lady is Nas. I think, I don't know, I might have them all messed up. She spells hers with a Z, and she's just interviewing, different people, the director, some cinematographer. I don't know. She interviews the writer, the lady that wrote the book. So that shows kind of, it was early. She was hard up for people to talk to because nobody ever talks to the writer. And then she gets like, hey, one of the stars of the movie rolls up, and it's Peter Dinklage. And she's like, hey, we're here with Peter Dinklage, who did the voice in Seinfeld. And she rattles off some of the other ones. And Dinklage just, hey, I never did anything in Seinfeld, and sorry to the guy that actually did. I guess we sound alike or something. You can tell he's kind of irked by it, and she's, oh, I apologize. He goes, and again, that guy, I'm not trying to take your credit. And this lady is obviously not good at interviewing. She just, a lot of ditzy questions throughout the night. Uh, she interviewed more of the stars, and it was more, when she interviewed the writer, she asked, so what kind of program do you use? And she said something real stupid, and the lady just said, well, I used Microsoft, Word. That's, and she talked to the screenwriter, and I don't remember the program, but it's just something real basic that everybody uses. And he just told her, that's kind of industry standard. And this girl just seemed dumber and dumber as the thing went on, and it did go on and on and on. And everybody that's waiting for this movie to start is just getting aggravated. This shit went on for 40 minutes of red carpet, because this was, I don't know, it was a fan event, they called it, and it was held in the IMAX theater. So I haven't been to an IMAX theater probably since I saw the first Avatar movie, that big 3D thing, and that was it. I didn't need IMAX after that. That was a long, boring movie. Finally, this movie starts, and as always with all of these, I'm going to get a bit spoilery. So if you don't want to hear about the movie, now's the time to turn off. Or hey, just keep watching. Maybe I can save you some time, some money, and whatever. This, like I said, I've seen these movies. but this, I haven't seen any of them in the theater. I watched them at home, whatever. I would have waited for this one too, but hey, it's free. My wife wanted to go see it too, so you make those concessions. You do things for the ones you love, and really, that's what this movie's all about. So and it starts out 3 years before the first Hunger Games, and there's two kids, and one of them's supposed to be Snow, who is the president in the other Hunger Games movies, and they're hunting in trash for food because they're hungry. You see, everybody's broke and poor and at war, so they're very hungry. And they see like some other guy roll up on a body and start chopping his legs off because he's hungry too. And that's all we get of that. It would have been cool had they explored that a little more, like what was this world like before they kind of restored order. But nope, we jump forward and this guy's about to graduate from, I don't know what, some kind of program they have, and he's poor, but he's trying to fool everybody that he's got money, that he's as rich as them. The thing he's got going for him is he's smart. He's got like all the aptitude tests down. He's about to win this scholarship and go to college, with all the rich folk, improve his station in life. He's taking care of his grandma. He's taking care of his cousin, I think. I don't know who this girl is. His dad had been executed for, I don't know, assisting rebels or something. I'm pretty unclear on that. Like I said, I only read the first book, so I don't know this guy's history all that much. That's what I'm here to watch this movie for, so I can learn his history. And let's see. So he's pretty confident, and everybody else is confident too, that he's going to win this scholarship. But boom, Peter Dinklage pops up, and he's like some kind of administrator. He's got a lot of power, just kind of like on Game of Thrones when he was a big shot, giving all advice or whatever. And he says, hey, we got a new rule because the Hunger Games, I think they're in their 10th year of doing the Hunger Games at this point, but the ratings are down. So they introduced this new rule that all these candidates for this scholarship have to mentor one of the people that was selected to be in the Hunger Games. And, they're all pissed off about it. He's freaking out like, hey, this is my way out. I need to do this. And their job is to get the audience engaged, to get the audience to care about these people that are competing. That way there's more ratings or whatever. But everybody's getting pissed off. Like, hey, this girl she got stuck with one guy that's only got one arm. He's not going to win. But this Snow dude, he happens to be, hooked up with this girl from District 12, which was like the one for what old Catnip was in from the other Hunger Games story. And this girl is they don't call her a gypsy because that's offensive, but that essentially is what she is. And she's a singer and she's pretty. So, that's convenient. And that's his job throughout the movie, is to keep her out of danger and to kind of like get the crowd. And he's like, well, she's a singer, so if you sing, people are gonna like you. And she does. She sings a lot in the movie. And supposedly, I mean, I don't know, because I don't listen to a lot of pop music, but I guess she's a big pop star or whatever. I mean, a lot of people knew who she was. I didn't. She's cute, but she looks really young. I don't know. Good for you, girl, that are, you've got your career taken off and now you're in the movies or whatever and singing a bunch of songs in the movies. The songs eat up maybe, I'd say 30 minutes of the screen time. This is a 2.5 hour movie. And they do all the Hunger Games stuff. They release it, they start fighting, people start killing each other. They're not in a big wooded expanse area. They've got a smaller arena. And Viola Davis is the lady that controls the game. And she's playing like a mad scientist type. She's got like hair sticking out like Frederick Douglass. And she's got one blue eye and one brown eye. And, she's just sadistic. She does experiments on animals and makes animals do all kinds of weird stuff so they can release them in the games. Of course, this snow guy starts to fall for this chick, that he's mentoring or whatever. And, that's not good. That's not good. He bends a few rules so she can win, and she does. But hey, Peter Dinklage doesn't like this kid. He was friends with his father, didn't really care for his father either. So he finds out that he was cheating and says, hey, you're banished. We're sending you off to the military. You're going to go to district whatever, but he bribes it so he can go to District 12, even though he thinks, what's her name? I forgot what this girl's name is. Uh, Song Girl. I don't know. We'll call her that. He thinks she'd been killed, but no, she's there in the district. And, there's stuff with rebellion and there's stuff with like he's trying to help out a friend, but that doesn't go well because his friend's like a real soft-hearted guy and is trying to help the rebellion. And things don't go wrong for him. So I won't spoil that for you. But the thing is, this is supposed to be a story about the rise of a villain. In the other movies, this dude is a tyrant, and he does whatever. He kills people, by the thousands. He'll drop bombs on them just to make a point. And yeah, not everybody starts out that way. So we're supposed to see what events led this guy to that point. And he does a few things that are questionable. He gets one person killed and intentionally kills a few others, but it's not presented to where like it's that bad to where this is like a major turning point. I'm trying to think of other villains. Well, like say the dragon chick in Game of Thrones. But that was progressive. They had her do several things to where she was like, no, my word is law. They got 2.5 hours here. They couldn't do that. You can't see a gradual progression with this guy. So they should have wrote it to where, hey, there's one specific thing that's a crossroads in his life. Something he has to choose or a decision, an act that he can't go back from and that makes you like kind of pissed at him. But they don't ever really do that. You don't really feel animosity to this guy. At some points you kind of feel like, hey, that sucks for him. But yeah, I just feel they missed the mark on that. They could have, I don't know, really tugged at your emotion, make you like, God damn, I want this guy to, he shouldn't have done that. He's going to get his at some point. And then that would make people go watch the other 4 movies again. So you could get to that point at the end of those when that finally does happen. But nah, we don't see that. The movie's fine. It's good. It looks good. There's CGI animals that I think look like trash. But overall, it's well acted. The girl that does all the singing, she uses some weird, I don't know, I guess it's supposed to be like an Appalachian type accent that just rings false for me. Viola Davis is over the top, but she's pretty good. She's always good. She's a great actress. Jason Schwartzman, he plays the host of the Hunger Games, and he's good. He's got a lot of good lines. He delivers it well. I'd say he is definitely the highlight of the movie. If they do another one, which I'm sure Suzanne Collins is going to write another book. I mean, how could she not? This is a big, big cash cow for her. Might as well milk it for all it's worth. And as soon as she has it out there, they'll make a movie. But yeah, to me, it didn't work. For fans of the Hunger Games, I think it will. It's definitely going to capture that teenage audience because it has the cast that's, I guess, big with teenage people or whatever. But I don't know. I'd say you can stay home and wait for it. Not for me. Anyway, we do reviews. We do a big show once a week, and Tom cuts those into little segments. If you don't want to watch a whole show, you already know where it's at because you're here watching this one. Or you can go to boygob.com if you're in your vehicle and just want to listen. And you can go to Tom's website, dwnproductions.net, and check out all the cool stuff that he makes and all the masks. And he makes movies too which probably wouldn't get a good review from serious film reviewers. But hey, what the hell? And I have fastcustomshirts.com. If you need shirts made, hit me up. Otherwise, all I got to say about that is boy gob.